We're going to talk through the ultimate true to life scalp health routine. We start on the day before washing with the routine. If you decide to wash later today or the next morning, that's when you do the scalp health routine. The first step is the scalp Derma stamp. It has an adjustment over here with different indications. If your scalp can tolerate a 1 millimeter, you will turn the settings here until it reaches 1 millimeters. If it's too sensitive for you, you can go down to 0.75, but ideally a 1 millimeter. You use the needle like this. You do it in sections on the head like that. You'll stamp it through for 5 to 10 minutes. You'll stamp it in slightly, move it slightly to the back, and continue like that in a line till you have covered your full head. Now that we've completed stamping the Derma stamp over the head, what we want to do is immediately apply the scalp oil. We also have the LED scalp massager, so ideally we want to use these two devices together for maximum benefits and results. You will see there's a little oil container here, which we just open the lid for, and then you use your preferred true to life scalp oil, whichever one that is. I'm just gonna open it, and then what we do is we use the dropper to pull up some oil and we put it into the container. Ideally about 3 to 4 mils for each application. You will see there's a little marker here on the end where you can see, and you will see till what end the scalp oil shows up. Great, I've got 3 mils in. What you then do is close the lid, because this is also the section of the massager that we use to disperse the oil while we have it on our hair. We open the bottom, and then there's the on button there. We're gonna press that on. The first setting has a red light as well as a vibration. That's the one that we prefer. We get the benefit from the EMS technology as well as red light. You will see that the oil gets dispersed on the ends here where there is no red light. Just take that into account where you place the device. We'll start it as low as possible, and then I also move it in a line like this, and you will press the button at the top to disperse the oil, and then you move slightly to the left or the right of that, and you do the same thing. You will do this application like this all over the head until you've covered all the sections that you want to nourish and revive and regrow, and where you have any specific hair growth or hair loss issues. When the oil is finished, the 3 or 4 mils, and your 10 minutes is not done on the massager, you can just slide the massager through the hair like this, because it's important that the EMS and the LED therapy gets applied for 10 minutes. Ideally, the device will switch off on its own once the 10 minutes is done. You can just carry on like this till the device switches off, and that also helps to get the oil into the scalp and into the hair a little bit more. What is very important with both the scalp Derma stamp as well as the LED scalp massager is that we clean it properly after we've used it to make sure that there's no infections or bacteria that sits on the sections, because there's obviously skin and oil that sits on the device, and it's important that we clean that properly. You can get a surgical spirit from any of your local retailers, and we use a cotton wool, put some spirits on it, and then we take the Derma stamp and we clean it. We make sure that we apply the alcohol onto that, and then we leave it like that. You can either close it, but we leave the alcohol on. The LED massager, what we want to do is we want to get the cotton wool in between the devices, make sure that all the product and the oils that were dispersed via the ends here is cleaned off. You can just use check it quickly to see that there's no residual oil or anything sitting there. Then ideally what you should do is you should also clean out this section. Over here you can just put a little bit of water in and use your finger or the cotton wool to clean that out, because at the ends of that, if the oil sits in there and you leave a little bit of oil in the device and you reapply, some of that oil could have blocked the points at the end, and then you might find that it struggles to come out when you push it. Always make sure that you clean this container after you have used the oil.